My family's from the north.
I love you. Just want to let you know. Jen, I love you. I don't say it often, but I really do love you. So.
Okay, thanks.
Ship.
Stop it! No, we're not shipping.
We got the old squad back, so we should get the old jokes back.
Listen, you want to ship me and Jen. I'm gonna need someone to draw. I'm gonna need someone to draw it. I will commission it. But until that unfortunate day, there's no shipping. There's no shipping.
Hey guys, this is Kenny Omega, and you're listening to the ScrubClub podcast. Goodbye, smooch. Good night, bang.
Hi, this is Wally Wingert, the voice of the Riddler in Arkham Asylum and all the Arkham games, you silly fool. It is I, the Riddler, and welcome to ScrubClub. Having fun yet?
I can't vouch for these people because I've never seen their content. I can't say you should subscribe to them because I've never seen their content. I can't say it's any good. But the name ScrubClub, which was inspired by our genius shit, is pretty awesome. So use that and make a decision, I guess.
Since the last podcast, Xbox pre-orders have been going out right now. It's not really they're not hitting the bank like the PlayStation 5 is. But there's one big acquisition that happened earlier this week. And by earlier this week, I meant at the beginning of this week. Microsoft bought Bethesda for, and I want to make sure I am saying how much correctly, $7.5 billion. Microsoft bought Zenimax, the mother parent, the mother company to Bethesda, mean they have full acquisition of Bethesda for $7.5 billion.
Have you been hearing the rumors lately?
And we'll talk about the Sega one in a minute. Yeah,
you know about that.
Oh, I gotta hear this one.
Okay,
the rumor that's been going on.
So, GC, I want to ask real quick, because you are a Sony pony. Die-hard Sony pony. Thoughts. And by the way, I want you to also explain to everyone, why in the hell did you buy a digital PlayStation 5 pre-order and a physical PlayStation 5 pre-order right after your explanation? So go ahead.
Well, the disc is for me, and the digital is up for grabs. So I already currently have a buyer for it. So yeah, I mean, if I can get another one and everything, I'm more than willing to flip that as well.
Are you gonna flip it for $2,000?
No, I'm not type of crazy. I'm a reasonable type of
Just making sure. Continue.
But yeah, I pretty much heard the news. I mean, a lot of people pretty much are saying, like, I guess Xbox is low-key trying to play catch-up or whatever. And I think coming from IGN, even though they purchased Bethesda, I think they still going to be semi-independent when it comes to, upon, them being purchased by Microsoft.
Right.
So, my thing is this. Okay, cool. I'm excited to see the upcoming content that's coming in the future. But let it be content that is basically solely for Xbox and not Xbox and PC.
All right then. Ryu, go ahead.
Anyways, I read some information on this one, and they pretty much do it by case basis, but depending on the IPs and such. Like for the major ones, like the Halo ones, that obviously is like, just for context and such. For Halo and Gears of War, they're probably this gonna stick with first party. But as for the other ones, like Skyrim, like the Dragon Age series, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it for everyone else, that kind of thing. If that makes any sense, like they'll release it on other platforms.
Do you think they're gonna do like one of those short exclusivities like how Sony does with Call of Duty?
I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that's going to be on the table for that one. Speaking of short exclusivity, there's actually one game that is actually Sony exclusive, but now is owned by Microsoft. Microsoft's actually going to honor that time exclusivity just for on a Sony front, that kind of thing. They're honoring that one.
Okay.
But technically they don't have to respect it because they own the IP now. If that makes any sense.
Okay.
So literally anything under the Bethesda or even the parent, they actually bought the parent company of Bethesda, so they can literally do what they want with the IPs at that point. Right. Now, I actually do want to ask you this question. Do you think this will be beneficial? Do you think this will benefit us as a whole? Because
I'll get into that. I will get into that when my turn comes. I will get into that because I got something to say about this. But yeah, Jen, what's your thoughts? Go ahead. Good talk, Jen. God damn it. Kabuto, what's your? I mean, I don't. Do you care? Because I know that you're. I know you're not. I know you don't really care that much because you don't have an Xbox or anything like that. But do you have any thoughts? Go ahead.
Let's see. So whenever one company buys out a bunch of other companies, shout outs to Disney, I call it Thanosing. Because like all the smaller companies are essentially Infinity Stones to put onto your power glove of doom.
Okay.
Now we're playing with power. Let's see. If I don't know how to feel about Microsoft Thanosing freaking Bethesda, but I know I'm not a fan of Bethesda, but I'm also not a fan of Microsoft games. I mean, I don't know like how far they go into like Steam games, but I'll say this much. Microsoft, please fix all these problems that we've been having with Bethesda so that people who actually want to play Bethesda games, who actually have an Xbox, they won't be as pissed off as our squad has been over the plethora of months that we've been complaining about Bethesda.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure I personally think they actually made a good move. Honestly, like it's. I will say it's beneficial for the consumers in this case.
We'll get to that in a minute. Jen, what's your thoughts on Bethesda getting bought out by Microsoft? Go ahead.
You know what? I think that's a good job. And you know what? With this whole rumor with Sega, which we'll talk about later, I'm excited because you want to know something? Microsoft really needs to step their game up. But then again, do you trust Bethesda?
Well, it's not if I trust them or not.
But it's not as much. But the problem is, it's just not the problem, but the issue at hand. No, the essential question is not whether we can trust Bethesda, but can we trust Microsoft?
Because Microsoft has the final say technically.
Right.
They have the final say.
Ultimately, this will end with, and I apologize for talking over you, Ryu, but I want to get this out of the way really quick. Yeah, so ultimately, this comes down to the creative freedom of the Bethesda team versus the quality control of the Microsoft team, and hopefully the two of them working together will make something better than the two individually. But only time will tell. Go ahead, you two.
Okay. I'm gonna read Deadpool's real quick, and then I'll let you go next. Deadpool says, "I'm going to be perfectly honest. I just flat out don't care. I'm not a big fan either. I just hope it will benefit us in the future." Good talk, Deadpool. Good talk. Allo, go ahead.
Alright, first of all, we gotta talk about which franchises, because they bought Bethesda and Zenimax. We need to talk about what franchises are actually exclusive to them now, technically. So for one, Dishonored, Wolfenstein, The Elder Scrolls, that's a big one. Fallout, who cares? Doom, Starfield. I don't know. Wait, isn't Starfield like a new game coming out?
Starfield is their new IP that they haven't even talked about since freaking E3 2019. They haven't talked about it. They mentioned it at E3 2018, but they haven't said a word about it for the last 2 years.
Yeah. And when you said exclusive, are you referring to exclusive to Bethesda?
Yes, because
okay.
Because looking at the Xbox community post when the news came out, they put in Xbox plus Bethesda and all the franchises that I assume are gonna be the ones that people care about. There might be other ones too, but I'm mentioning the big ones. The other two are The Evil Within and Prey. So as for these franchises, look at the amount. First of all, 7.5 billion. That's 3 times the amount that they bought for Minecraft, dude. And we know how big of a deal that was. And at the same time, looking at past history, I feel like they would treat Bethesda right, as they have with Mojang. But my only concern is, well, not even a concern. It's mostly I'm interested how are these franchises going to go, especially
it's a case by case basis. It's case by case basis. That's what they said.
Oh yeah, that's right.
it'll be a case. So, I think overall, we'll benefit the most out of it. That kind of thing, which is nice. That kind of thing, because Microsoft will probably bring out the best in Bethesda, hopefully.
Let's see. We're already seeing the effects of like this acquisition because, again, YouTube community post by Xbox, they posted, I think it's either gonna be Doom Eternal or just like one of the Doom games coming to Game Pass already. So this is already like going to benefit like Xbox and also PC gamers. They own Game Pass too. So far, it's looking pretty good.
You brought up another point I was gonna make as well, Aloe. So thank you. Here's my thoughts about this. Just like what Jen said, just like what Kabuto said, and just like what Aloe said, and I think you said it too, Ryu. Will this actually make Bethesda use a brand new game engine? Here's the issue that I have with it. I mean, it's cool. I want to say this right now. I am thoroughly happy that Microsoft has a new company under them because they have. So you now have Bethesda. You have 343 Industries or wherever the company is that makes the new Halo games and stuff, and they have a plethora of other companies underneath them. It's cool that they have that. I'm happy for them for that. Here's my one thing. How does this help Microsoft? Because one, when it comes to pre-orders, obviously Sony blew them out the water. Okay, I'm thinking about it in a business sense. Okay. Don't get me wrong, because of scammers and scalpers and everything like that. And Microsoft even had their own issues with their pre-orders, which I will talk about after the Sega thing. My whole thing
that was a funny one, actually. That was hilarious.
That was funny. But what does this do for Microsoft? Because look at the track record Bethesda's had. And listen, I'm not trying to, and if anyone's saying that I'm a D writer for Amazing Lucas, no, I'm not. Because I disagree with many things Amazing Lucas talks about, but he has a point as well. Look at the last games that Bethesda's made. Doom Eternal and I would say with a mixed emotion, Youngblood, Wolfenstein. Those were your only good games that you have done within the last few years, because you had Fallout 4, which was okay at best, and then you had freaking Fallout 76.
Oh, that was hilarious.
We're not going to discuss that because I think we have beaten Fallout 76 with everything in sight. The kitchen sink, a sword, a lightsaber, a gun. What?
There's more.
Am I forgetting anything? Go ahead.
I'm joking around. I'm just messing with you. But I'm pretty sure everyone knows about like the season pass or whatever it's what they call it now.
Oh yeah, the season pass for 76. It costs $100.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah,
yes.
like Bethesda does not have a good track record. They've not had a good track record in God knows how long. And I'm not blaming Doom Eternal because Doom Eternal is from the developers of id Software. id Software, they're banging right now. Bethesda can kick rocks, and Todd Howard. This is why I am worried about it, because I don't think, as cool as a power move this is on Microsoft's end, you gotta look at who's the face of Bethesda, and that's Todd Howard. Do you really think he's gonna play ball? Do you honestly, truly believe he's going to play ball with Microsoft? I don't think so. Knowing how selfish and appalling and just cynical and egotistical and narcissistic that Todd Howard truly is, Todd Howard's not going to play ball. Let's just keep it 100, number one. Number two, do you honestly believe that Bethesda is going to make Doom an exclusive, or Elder Scrolls an exclusive, or Fallout an exclusive?
Nope.
There's no way in hell. And which then leads into number three. Keep in mind, yes, it's cool that Doom Eternal is now on Xbox Game Pass at the time of this recording. Game Pass is also available on PC. So again, this then goes into the question, is it really worth it? Now, don't get me wrong, I can say the exact same argument with Sony, which Amazing Lucas hasn't yet, that majority of exclusives that are on PlayStation are now going to PC. Horizon Zero Dawn is a perfect example. It just went to PC recently. So, and then Final Fantasy 16 is also going to PC. So what makes you think that Bethesda is not going to do the exact same thing? Microsoft and it's already clear that Xbox and Windows PC are hand in hand like marriage. There is no way that they're going to make Bethesda games exclusive to Microsoft. There is no way. Bethesda would be shooting themselves in the foot if that was the case.
Honestly, if they do that, evil. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, no. Again, it's not evil considering the fact that one majority of people. I mean, I know the fact that people don't have PCs, hence the reason why a lot of people are buying Xbox One X, the Xbox Series X, and the Xbox Series S. But at the same time, again, I don't think. I mean, it's cool and all, but unless you're telling me that Microsoft is going to have Bethesda create a brand new gaming engine so that way their next games that they're going to be making are not going to be like the hazmat awful biohazard that it was Fallout 76, which keep in mind 76 ran on the Elder Scrolls Skyrim engine, and Elder Scrolls Skyrim came out in 2011. The game was running on an engine that was 7 years old at the time of its release. Do you honestly believe that Bethesda's going to make a brand new engine from scratch? I don't think so. There's no way in hell they're going to. Unless you fire Todd Howard, Bethesda's not going to do that. That's just me. But let's talk about Sega. This is a rumor that Microsoft was buying Sega. This was never like, there was no like actual deal. This is only a rumor that was going on around the internet. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But
I think they made that as a joke, and then someone took it seriously. If anything, I would say Nintendo is much more likely going to buy Sega than Microsoft buying Sega. Although, if I remember correctly, I think Sega did partner with. They did partner with Microsoft before they stopped going the hardware business.
Right.
That's if I remember correctly. Which is why you see some Sega exclusive IPs on Microsoft games before Sega is just a pure software company at that point.
Right. Okay, cool. Allo, go ahead, man. Sorry about that.
Yo, no, it's all good. Can we also, okay, as far as I don't have a source, I don't know that the way this rumor even came about, as far as I know, is much of a stretch as people are trying to figure out who's the next Smash Bros. Character going to be.
Oh my god, are you serious?
This dude, okay, Xbox tweeted out a controller and it says still iconic. Still has an S, iconic has Onic. You combine the S and Onic, you get Sonic. I feel like that's, I don't know, it's either a joke or that's how I feel like it actually started.
Alright, I'm gonna shut if that's the case, I'm gonna shut this rumor down. It's not happening, people. Like let's just keep it in 100. It's not happening. You know what else is not happening? Goku and Sora show up in Smash Ult. GC, I want my $100, nigga.
Yo, the bet. That's right.
GC, I want my $100. It's been 2 years. They haven't shown up. Where is my $100? Where is my $100?
What are you talking about?
Don't you play dumb. We bet 2 years ago.
Anyways, we should move on, by the way.
Hold on. GC, we bet 2 years ago that Sora and Goku are not going to come in. I said
that's still on. We still waiting on Sora. So
it's not happening. I want my $100. So I remember we bumped it up to 100. I want my $100.
Of X-Force. Let's move on.
Oh my god. This nigga. Okay.